Hi everybody, Rob, John Miller Car Machinery. Right, we're moving into autumn. So today we are going to look at some of the Eliet Scarifiers. These are, from my point of view, these are some of the top of the range ones you can get. Other people have their own kind of idea on it. I have got Billy Goat one as well, and it is very good. I do find the Eliet probably a bit more robust. You know, I run them on the higher fleet here, and touch wood, whichever, I don't get too many problems. You know, yeah, change the belts, all that sort of thing. So I just thought we'd do a quick video. We were going to do some demos today, but it's absolutely steamrolling it down overnight. The grass is horrible. When I say it's the right time of year for scarifying, in between the rain showers. Yeah, you want to try and keep your lawn short and do it. If it's too wet, guys, you're going to just make a right old mess. So if you can get a couple of days dry now, get out there, scarify the lawn. The benefits of scarifying, you're pulling the moss out, you're pulling the sort of the brash. Some customers are trying to intervene on the videos. In a minute, I'm going to get them in the video in a minute. And it's promoting healthy grass growth, basically. For you who don't know, grass needs space to grow. And when it's competing with moss and thatch and all that sort of stuff, it can stifle how grass grows. For most people, once a year is fine, make the lawn look fairly nice. So, what we're going to look at today, I've got 3 models here. I think Eliet do, I want to say 6 or 7 off the top of my head. These ones are used ones or higher ones, but it gives you an idea of what they do. So they're not cheap, let's put it that way. But value for money, they are brilliant. So this one here, we start with this one. This is the E401 Ecoliner. This is their first in the range that they do. Under £1,000. Now some of you might think, oh blimey, £1,000. But if you buy that, you never have to buy another scarifier again for home use. Now, the caveat to that is, I've got 3 of those on the higher fleet, and I think they're brilliant. They just work. And yes, I've got to change the belt and change the oil, and the blades might need changing. But you know, for the domestic people want to hire them, they are perfect. Not too heavy. I think they weigh into like 44 kg, so you can lift it. If there's 2 of you, recommended, but if you're big and strong, you can lift it yourself. So what it does, it runs a Briggs & Stratton engine, and it's fine. You know, a lot of people can be negative about Briggs & Stratton, especially maybe people that had them in the past, from ages ago. They've got their act, they're fine now. They've got their act together. They work fine. It's I want to say 4 horsepower off the top of my head, I think. And it just does the job. So basically, the principle of the scarifying is you're just taking a little tiny bit, you know, just into the mud, just touching the top of the mud. You go too deep, you're going to start rotivating and make a right old mess of your lawn. So you're just trying to get the blades, just contacting the earth, just take it out. And these are really easy to use. So standard engine, pull start, off you go. Height adjustment on these is at the front here. We'll probably pan down later on all 3 of them. But you basically got a gauge at the front. You loosen your front wheels, you set the gauge to the same each side, and that basically does your height of scarifying. And then they're all push machines, and all you do is you pull your lever, very simply engages the pulley, and off it goes. So that's the 401 Ecoliner. So home use, you know, but saying that, the caveat is I have hired them for the last 6-7 years and they've been fine, but they're aimed at the domestic market. If you want to buy one for more regular use, you want to jump up to the 401, not the Ecoliner, the 401. So they're both 400mm width cuts. What you get with this one, you've got 2 options. You get a Honda GP 160 engine, or you can have the GX 120 engine. The GX is more the pro side. So what you get with these models here, you get slightly bigger fuel tanks. You get blades that are like self-sharpening. You know, I think they're in the book. It says something like 100 hours of use, which is a lot of hours on a scarifier. And if you look I don't know if you can see it from up there, but all the blades are shaped like that. I like to call them like ninja stars, you know, and they've got that shape. They just digs out all the moss and the thatch. So little subtle differences between the two. One, the Honda engine, which isn't subtle different, that's a big difference. But what you get is, you get like a rubber wheel, rather than a hard plastic sort of rubber. You get more of a softer rubber, and you get bearings on all the wheel axles, so you've got a smoother ride. Engine, same power, but it's just obviously, some people will say the Honda is smoother. I swings and roundabouts on this one, you know, between those two. The GX, yes, is different. The GX is more of a pro engine, so it's set up exactly the same as this. Again, it's classed as their higher spec kind of ones. For you guys who want to sort of hire that regularly, or you're hitting it hard in the season, in the 2 seasons, parts of the season that you need to use it, the GX possibly the answer to you. But again, you get all this nice soft wheels. You get the self-sharpening, permanently sharp blades, what they call it. Again, I think spec to about 100 hours of sort of sharpness. And the engine is probably a stronger engine than the GX 120. And again, still the simple, once you started it, just pull the lever. And some of you notice that engine's tipping. It's very simple. You've got a pulley on the side, you're just pushing it up, hitting the belt, and it engages. So they're very simple machines. They're nice and tough, you know, solid metal decks. So they take a lot of abuse, you know, which it's going to get because you're scarifying, you're digging into the garden and all that sort of business. Once you get out of the 401 range, you get into the 450 range. Now, 450 mil, they've kept it fairly simple. Again, this one's got the GC 160 engine on it. I believe you got to a GX 200 engine. They're all the same principle, yeah. It's not rocket science. Just goes up in size of scarifier. You get your rubber wheels, you get your wheel bearings. Still got the same engagement, you know, on that lift there. And then after that, you can go to a 501, sorry. A 550 and then a 750, and that's all just denoting size of area, and obviously price goes up with it. So yeah, so that's the Eliet Scarifiers. The Eliet products in general, on a whole, I think is brilliant. You know, you don't get any problems with them, and I'll touch well across. Compared to other machines that are sold on the market, they just do what they do. All right, guys. Yes, they are more expensive than a lot of other products, but you buy it once, you look after it, and it will return it you. You know, paid back money year on year on year. I go 10 out of 10 on these every day. A word of warning when you scarify: if you've not done it for a while, you'll have a lot of mess to clear up, like a lot. People always come in and go, "Crikey, that was." Bagfuls and binfuls of stuff. You're just churning the moss out. Moss is very light, so it puffs up. So a quick tip before we go: mow the lawn short. Yeah, so that's why you don't do it in the summer, because you can burn it off. Mow the lawn short. Scarify by just touching the top of the soil to start with. Try and go in at least 2 different directions, so up and down the lawn, side to side. If you've got time, go on the angle, get it all covered. You'll have oodles of mess to clear up. They do bags. Bags are available to go on these. Not the little one, I believe, but every other model. The only thing I find with that in is they just fill up. Like, you can walk 10 yards and it's full. So once you've done it all, go back over your mower and it chops it up, sucks it up, and it packs it back in the bag. So you're collecting more moss in the bag. So don't be worried if you've done a lawn, turned round, and you think like you've just sheared 1,000 sheep on your lawn. It's very messy, but it does the lawn a wonder, you know, for next year. So it's March, April, depending on the weather, September, October. So you've got your 2 distinct parts of the season that you do it. If it gets too bare, then you're just going to spread some lawn seed around, give it a bit of a rake, and you'll be good to go. So that's a brief, well I say brief, we probably talked about 8 minutes now, but you know, that's kind of a lowdown on scarifiers and Eliet Scarifiers. Like always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.